Monday, July 7th is the Lion Channel. I'm John, day 67 of my manifesting journey. Today, I started listening to one of Neville Goddard's audiobooks. It's called Feeling is the Secret. And it's only 39 minutes long, so I've kind of just kept it on loop. So it just continues playing. And each time I hear something new that I wind up writing down. And so the third time I heard it and I heard something different, and I was like, wow, this is something that I really don't talk about. Like, I come on here and in most of these videos, I tell you that I've been falling asleep in the wish fulfilled and my life is changing, and the people who have been commenting and staying negotiable in the lion's den, like their lives are changing. And I talk a lot about what falling asleep in the wish fulfilled will do for you if you start to do it and apply it to your life. We're all the same. We all have this ability to do this. What separates me from you, or what's separating me from you right now, if you're not falling asleep in the wish fulfilled, is just falling asleep in the wish fulfilled. Okay? So I talk about what it does for you, but I haven't really talked about what happens if you don't fall asleep in the wish fulfilled. All right? So if you're not falling asleep in the wish fulfilled and you don't like your life, and you haven't been motivated, even watching my videos or hearing about my journey and how my life has changed, or the people in the lion's den, how their lives are changing, and that's still not motivating or inspiring you to do it, then nothing is changing in your life. So if you don't like your life right now, you're going to continue to not like your life. Maybe you'll have like a short period in there where something really good happens, but it's going to be just that. It's going to be a short period, and you're going to remain in that state of consciousness that you're in until you start falling asleep in a different state of consciousness. All right? But here's the thing that I wrote down, okay? And this is why it's so important to stay non-negotiable, okay? And once you start falling asleep in the wish fulfilled, you have to continue doing it, because if you don't do it, even for just one night, there's a chance that you're going to wake up the next day and forget how important it is. There's a chance that you could do it for 20 nights straight, and then you don't do it, and you wake up the next day and you might be in a state of consciousness where you're like, this stuff doesn't work. All right? So I just want to read this, and then I'll, reinforce what I was just saying. But all right, this is from Feeling is the Secret, Neville Goddard. Okay? If, as you prepare for sleep, you do not consciously feel yourself into the state of the answered wish, then you will take with you the sum total of the reactions and feelings of the waking day. So if you have a bad day and you just lay down in bed and you're like, you know what? The falling asleep, the law of assumption, falling asleep in the wish fulfilled, this doesn't work. I shouldn't have any bad days, or I shouldn't have any challenging days. Screw this. I'm not going to fall asleep. I'm not going to fall asleep visualizing what I want and knowing my power. I'm just going to now just not fall asleep in the wish fulfilled. You fall asleep with the sum total of the reactions and feelings of that day. So doubts, fears, frustration, anger, whatever was going on that day, the sum total of that, now you're taking into your sleep and impressing the subconscious mind with it. I'll finish here. And while asleep, you will be instructed in the manner in which they will be expressed tomorrow. Okay? So you're impressing the subconscious mind with those, whatever, if you had a bad day, with those feelings. And so the subconscious mind goes, oh, okay. And now we'll give you instructions, different instructions than you had the previous 9 or 10 days that you were falling asleep in the wish fulfilled. All right. And you will rise believing you are a free agent, not realizing that every action and event of the day is predetermined by your concept of self as you fell asleep. So, in other words, the way I'm reading this is that if you don't fall asleep in the wish fulfilled, you're leaving it to chance. There's a chance that you could wake up the next day with a totally different mentality. Maybe you found this video. Maybe you found some other video telling you that the law of assumption works. And all you have to do is apply it consistently, non-negotiable. It must be your top priority. It must be the most important thing in your life. Every single night, you have to do it, because if you don't, just like I just read, just like Neville Goddard said, you could wake up believing that, you know what? Maybe this doesn't work. Maybe I can control my life some other way. And so, do you really want to leave it to chance like that? That's why non-negotiable. You have to be non-negotiable. And I guess that's why the lion's den is here for you to continue being non-negotiable. And this isn't coincidence that I'm making this video. And I found this today on the heels of Kate and Marley. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt and still know that you're going to post. Okay, Mindy and Brent are the only two that have posted so far. Marley and Kate, I'm still keep holding the faith, keeping the faith that you will post. But this is what happens if you don't fall asleep in the wish fulfilled. You could wake up a different person. It could make you not follow through on gratitude. It could make you not follow through on exercising. And then what happens? You start seeing yourself differently now. Instead of seeing yourself as a non-negotiable person who always follows through, remember I talk about all the time, if you let one thing slip, it seeps into everything else. It could seep into everything else. It doesn't have to. You could still redirect your thoughts, but if you're just starting this and just starting to change, that old person is still there, and he's still fresh, and he's still licking his lips and just waiting for that opportunity to creep back in and pull you back to who you've been probably forever. So it has to be the wish fulfilled. Again, has to be top priority. Even if you don't follow through on the other stuff, who cares? As long as you're following through on the wish fulfilled over and over and over again, your life's going to change and you are going to remain in control. You are going to continually wake up with that mentality and know that this is how it works. But you have to be strong sometimes. And that's why I talk about the techniques and just knowing that this is a simulation, knowing that this is the projector and this is a projection, and detaching and doing whatever it takes to keep your states up here. Because if you don't, and you have a bad day and you didn't do what you had to do and you lay down at night and you don't follow through on the wish fulfilled, there's a chance that you won't for a while. And I don't want that for you. I want everyone to feel what I'm feeling each day. All right, so Lions Den, Brent and Mindy, both posted, both staying non-negotiable, both staying committed, both still changing their lives. Kate and Marley, if you do not post today, don't worry about it. Post tomorrow. Okay? Get back on the horse, because if you let it continue, it's just going to snowball. 2-3 days without posting, you know. I mean, we all know how that goes. Okay? This is how lives change, and this is how you become the new person, by being consistent with the new regimen. If you fall back into the old habits, not doing the gratitude, not exercising, you're just falling back into that old person, and you're allowing the old person to win. Okay? It's not easy, but it's easy when you have the right perspective. If you realize and just keep reminding yourself, you are the creator. You're in control. You have the power. And just know that your power is falling asleep in the wish fulfilled, then everything else is easy. But if you don't fall asleep in the wish fulfilled and you're not constantly reminding yourself, then it's going to be hard, just like it was for me for almost 48 years. Okay, I'm never going back. I will never go back. I'll make a video every single day. My non-negotiable list, I will never miss. I will never, ever go back. Okay. I love you all. If you want to join the Lions Den, just start, like I said, just start posting. Fell asleep in the wish fulfilled last night. I will comment under. I will shout you out in the next video. Your life will change. Just start doing it. All right. I love you all. Have a great night, and I will see you tomorrow, day 68.